Get it. Go. Come on, YouTube. Go. Perfect. What's up, everybody? Finally back. Been way too long. Hope everybody had a great holiday. Not too bad for me. All right. So, yeah, so I hope everybody had a great holiday long weekend. Got to meet my nephew, so that was really fun. He's only 5 days old. Good times, good times. Reminds me of how much I don't want another infant. Don't need that. What's up, Gam? I've been here for a minute. Is the grounded build done? No, it is not done. We are just taking a bit of a break to play some Enshrouded, because this game is too good to not play. Building's too interesting. Grounded viewership's going down slowly. So I wanted to mix it up and play some other stuff for a little bit. Test out how some other things will do on stream. And honestly, as a builder, I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice by not getting into some Enshrouded. So the hope is that this week we will be streaming Enshrouded every day. And then probably starting next week, we'll sort of go a little bit of Enshrouded, a little bit of Grounded. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I definitely want to finish the Grounded build, but at the same time, the game is breaking at this point. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to build either way without doing some serious RAM upgrades to my computer, and there's no guarantee that that'll even help, so have to check it out. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are taking a break from Grounded right now. What's up, Lude? Welcome in. Welcome in, Nebula. Yeah, so with the Grounded world slowly dying and Enshrouded being an incredible building game with so much to offer, I thought minimum we got to give it a week of time to get into the game, and then we can hop back and forth between the games. But I also was gone for 2 weeks and then was out of town for Thanksgiving, so it's been a busy couple weeks for sure. But feels good to be back finally. And so, yeah, this is what I'm currently working on today. We might do some actual building, I'm not totally sure, but I'm just trying to familiarize myself currently with the build system and all the blocks and just get comfortable with it. Because the build system's extremely different than Grounded, and just even pressing the buttons feels weird right now. Game mechanics, getting good at the game in general. And then there's just so many blocks that I don't even know what I have access to, honestly. So I'm just doing a display area that I might make a video on if people like it. I've seen a couple people do stuff like this, but just a way to know like what each block looks like, get a better idea of what I have at my fingertips. And so, yeah, so we're just building. It's not really anything important, but it's just a way to see what the underside, the floor, the stairs, and like some hand railings would look like with each block. And just like a little, could be a bench, could be another hand railing, like a column. Some of them look really cool, some of them are different. There's just so many different ways all the blocks interact. I gotta kind of see how I can utilize each one of them, so it's kind of the current goal tonight, is continue getting this rolling so we have something to look at whenever we're stuck and we're trying to figure out how things. And then I'm also going to plan on putting out like one of every item that I can. That way I can see all the items and stuff as well. It's a little tool to start messing with stuff. Still press the wrong buttons constantly. Got a feeling this will eventually take Grounded's place, 100%. As of right now, that does feel like the intention. That's the direction we are heading in. Because although the building feels a little funky, it's just too good, honestly. The building is just honestly ridiculous. Like, not only did I think it was crazy cool just looking at what people have built, but honestly, like, now that I'm placing these blocks, I'm just like, it's so ridiculous. Everything you can do, the voxel, building, mechanics, the pure number of blocks that you have to play with, like, is crazy. Now, it's not perfect by any means. They could use a couple more base blocks. They need a free cam so incredibly bad. It is so convoluted to try to build a, or try to get like screenshots and stuff with no system in place for it. I know it's on the roadblock, but definitely needs some TLC, but being in early access, it's just too good. Building controls get easier though. Yeah, I'm definitely already feeling better about them. A lot of this is just like time put in. And learning how I like to do things as well. I've been watching a couple streamers here and there on top of that just to kind of get more ideas. But yeah, there's honestly kind of crazy. Oh, you're on controller. That sounds horrible. Is it actually good? Gotta run. Love all that you do, man. Provide such amazing content to watch and your Saint build. Have a good night. Thank you, man. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. And that's a big reason why we're switching over to Enshrouded, is because we gotta build cool stuff. That's what this channel's about. Oops. And Grounded was great, but this game is going to allow me to build crazier stuff, honestly, at the end of the day. And I think in the long run, make better content. Ads, it's all good, all good. I'm not doing too much, don't you worry. It was a first? Using a controller? Is that what you're saying? This one is fairly pointless. I mean, I used to love controller, but there's just too much freedom with the mouse and keyboard. I was definitely a controller person for a very long time, but as soon as I started playing first-person shooters on keyboard and mouse, I was like, dude, this is game-changing. Harder, but you can be so much more accurate. Yeah. Ohio, maybe 5 stacks have you gone through? This white, the white luminescent block, I've used over 10,000 of in this little area. Now, these are pretty much all one thing deep. So it's not wasting a bunch either. Like, this is too deep, of course, but I kind of changed how I was going to do it when it wasn't working. Everything else is just like, I mean, you can see the blue luminescent block for like 400 or 500 on these little things. But this is all I've done, so it's really just the one material that I'm using a lot of. And then every time I finish a block, I go and put it in the chest, so I don't... It was hurting my brain trying to remember everything I had done. Still getting used to the buttons, though, that's for sure. Except I guess I am using a lot on accident because I wasn't paying attention to how I was building these most recent ones. Like, they need... I don't know, some of these things work really well, some of them don't like working. It's a lot of little finicky things that I'm still trying to figure out. Like why some things place like that, why some things don't. What's the best block piece to use for each application? I feel like I pretty much only use this small block, though. I would really like a 1x4 block and like a 1x2 block piece. I mean, they got all these options, right? Like, got all the extra space on each one of those. They each could hold 5 more. The first one could hold 5 more. And then, like, not just ceiling pieces, because the ceiling pieces don't always want to place right. It was really, I'm still figuring out how they work, but... Gonna be a lot of single squares, yeah. I'm realizing that, which I mean is fine. I really like the extremely small scale that allows, but it's tedious. Very, very tedious. That's brick timber, right? Gotta be, yeah. These are some of the cool blocks, finally. Yeah, this one looks so nice. That goes to the top, right? Oops. Especially when you're trying to do a roof underground. Sounds so fun. Yeah, I am not prepared for that, but that's pretty much what I'm starting with. Although, not fully sure. Why are you being so weird? These are some of the things I'm talking about, like, the snapping is a bit goofy at times, I think. But I get used to it, at least. I've seen some crazy... Wait, why is that forward one? That just visually? Oh, it might just be visually, yeah, I think it is. Still on the same block. Yes, you could turn the grid off. I'm just wondering why. Like, I want it to snap. I just want it to be... Like, why is this one being weird? Like, why does it only want to place in front for some reason? Or there. Weird. Both nice and annoying. Did place this one forward, actually, didn't I? No, just looks weird. It's just because I don't have these blocks in correctly. I still don't fully understand why that works like that either. Just the little things. Time spent. Am I crazy? Okay, this is definitely missing one. You also get really cool borders as well when you don't use them in this application, which is cool. Oh, dang it. Definitely do a lot of pressing the wrong button. Why did this... I don't understand. What's up, Grim? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. That right now? Crazy. It's so silly. I can't understand. Preparing myself for about a 4 to 5 year build run on this. I mean, that's... I think that's what's cool about it, as I very much think that that's not like an overstatement. Like, that seems like ages, but I built on Grounded for almost 2 years. Dude, what the heck? Why am I so bad? Rude. Like, why doesn't that want to delete? Oh, I see how it is. Yes, we all make mistakes. I'd be very happy if I could play this game for a long, long time. I mean, just with the building blocks alone that are currently available, like, there's limitless combinations of, like, materials, and that's without them continually adding stuff, which they've done every single time. What am I doing so wrong here? Why am I bad? Why is this not working? This is one too high. Yeah. Gonna bug me. Okay, well, healing now, delete. Okay. At least there's that. Like the Vuka temple block? I haven't gotten that one yet. I mean, I've got it. I just haven't placed it yet, but it looked pretty cool. I like all the blocks so far. I'm enjoying doing this, although it's really like boring and repetitive. It is really nice to familiarize myself just with doing something simple that doesn't take any brain power while trying to figure out. Like, I don't want to build this whole thing and then be like, oh, I've actually figured out that there's this one really cool block I should have been using the whole time. Make for a very nice walkway. Ooh, sounds good. I still really like this. This thing's sick. I'm going to use this a lot, I think. The granite block. I mean, there's a lot of really good stuff. Like wood, the stone. Everything is really nice. Like even that, like this has bones and stuff. Like there's just so many good little details. In like every style, I think is what's great. And we haven't even gotten to the cool blocks. This is a cool block as well. The white marble one or whatever. This, very interesting. Simple stuff, but like really, really good options so far. Okay, granite block. Done. Okay, let's see if I can do this one right. What I get for not being a perfectionist when I was laying this stuff out. Whoa. Okay, you can't tell me. That looks freaking cool. Just the fact that it even does these little things in the corner. Like, what? They'll go away when I place stuff around it, but there's a lot of little details that are really interesting. Like why this one does these weird little drop things. And just like this one happens to have a different little arch. Like every little design. They're so cool. And I'm also looking at these as like the roof. Like these can be used for so many different little cool things. Like I can see this as like a little just edge piece around a building and working out really well. Little overhangs and stuff. There's my orthunk block, right? There's actually someone that I think built orthunk, if I remember correctly. Freaking cool though. I was really excited about using this block, so. Seen a couple things done with it, so I was like, this, I know this is gonna be a really nice one. Like, dude, what? These stairs are insane. Like, look at this detail. It's very random and weird at the same time, but like, dude, it's incredibly well made. Kind of just blows me away. Some of these frickin' building materials are just that insane. Why do I keep placing it one too high? I don't understand why I'm screwing this up so bad. Yeah, I'm supposed to be placing a column too, I forgot. Dang it. Dude, like, just placing some of these around would look cool. Just like makes little benches. Crazy. Wow, these are really cool looking. Dude, I am like on one today. Why can I not place these right? What did I do? I was cranking these out earlier today. Oops. Just one of those days. That railing with green glow block would look freaking awesome, right? Yeah, the hollow halls block is really cool too. Like, look at this freaking column. Dang it. Like, look at that. Just placing the block straight up and down. Like, so good. Gets me so familiarized with each one of these blocks too, which is really nice. And I'll probably say that a couple more times, but definitely shows you really quick like what each block kind of looks like and does. This is a cool block too, but the ectoplasm. This looks nice. That's the glow. Another. This one's. I wish this still glowed like it did. I don't think it does. I think they removed that because it was causing a lot of lag. Sadly. I have these in a really funky order, but I don't really care. It's what it is, I guess. Order doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I'm gonna have to take a block out every time I want to see exactly what material it is, so. Did I place it right? Wow, maybe I did for once. Struggle bus today. Where's my luminescent block? I'm definitely wasting a lot of blocks doing it this way, but it's the lazy way. One of these days I'll do one of these right first try. One of these days. Did we do it? Oh my goodness, we did it. For some reason my brain was saying that that went very different than it was. This is a disgusting block. But there's a guy, a person building a like necromancer tower, and they used a bunch of these in situations. And it looks crazy. You can place like skull blocks. very interesting things that you can do with some of these blocks. Not totally sure where this block will be useful, but it is a block, so we have to use it, right? Probably not going to be like the first block we use, though. I don't know why, I just want to see this block. Except can't figure out why it orders the way it does. Yeah, I did. Oh no, I keep doing that. They're all placed correctly until I do this out of laziness. Then I waste a lot of blocks doing that. That's all right though. Interesting. What's up, Knife? Welcome in. Good to see you. Definitely a long time no see. What is this? Oh, the mycelium. I don't know why my brain thought this was a different block. It looked way cooler than I thought it did. Or than it actually does. No, man, I haven't streamed in 3 weeks, pretty much. I was gone for 10 days and then came back in the middle of a work week, so I had to work all week, so I didn't really stream. And then I streamed for 1 day, and then it was a Thanksgiving, like, long weekend, so I was out of town for that. I've hardly done anything. Interesting. Never know quite what I'm going to do with some of these blocks, but can't complain about having the options, you know? Need to move this, too. That's just annoying. Alright, I'll do the, Fuka wall? Yeah. For our boy Luderav. Always got to make sure I'm placing that right. The first block. Didn't I? Oh, that is the one, yeah. Even when you take them out of your inventory like that, they still show up for a minute, weirdly enough. You just found what you like? What do you mean? Just like which blocks I like? This is definitely a really interesting block. As is everything in this game, honestly. They're all pretty interesting blocks. Like, So many options. Like a snake. Creepy. Sneaky snake. Oh, when I just delete something. I mean, there's still so many to go through, but so far the granite, this granite block, like refined granite or whatever. What's it? Oh, obsidian block. Really like the obsidian block. The granite block's really nice too. That's what this is. I do like that block as well. Dang. I would have made this one wider. Could have stored everything in a chest so I knew exactly which block was which. Just like placed it so they were all in order according to the chest, like looking down from left to right. That would have been nice. All good. I think some of the cooler blocks are still to come. Honestly. So I think some of the blocks I'm going to like most are still yet to come. There's a couple sandstone ones that are really cool. There's some of these limestone, the castle wall ones. The granite, the ectoplasm ones are really cool. The red marble is cool. Fancy stone, I think, is one I'll probably use. A lot of really cool blocks, honestly. Just amazing how different each one of these looks. Guessing you're the palm one. Can't remember all the names of them all yet. But I've really liked this too. Like inside builds, this looks really nice. Cool, rough flintstone, sure. Get in your home. Gotta remember X is turning on and off snap. It's very convenient. That's why I was feeling like it was so much easier earlier. I was using snapping when I was placing these. The clay and wood mix. I don't even know if I've placed that one yet. Yeah, maybe I have. I don't know what any of them actually like take to make. They all look a bit medieval though. I definitely could have organized these way better. Doing myself a bit of a disservice the way I'm kind of currently messing this thing around, but I think once I'm used to it, it won't really matter that much. And there's a chance that I don't even have all the blocks. This one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one? Shroudwood? Really? Gonna rain on my parade? There's yet to be a block that I don't see some interesting use for. Which I think is, like, really cool part of this game. Is that they didn't say, like, is anyone going to use this block? They just said, this would be a cool block. Like, there's no question as to, like, how worth it was. Like, no one's going to build a bone structure, like, using that entire block. But it's like, no, it's an amazing detail accent thing that could be used in some really niche situations. Oh, in my inventory. Oh, this one? 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. The timber block, yeah. Hey, it's me. It's a me, a timber. Yeah, that one's cool too. I've seen a lot of people make some cool houses and stuff out of that, so. No, my brain's not working. I'm all over the place today. My son is in a rough phase. We've also just been gone and in and out of town a bunch recently, so that hasn't helped. Dude, what the? Who placed this? A third grader? Honestly, it's easier to go get it. Yeah, my son is in a scream his brains out when we try to put him to sleep phase, so that's been really fun. Well, more so, he refuses to go to sleep, so he'll just lay there and screw around. And then my wife and I finally go, okay, we're leaving, bye. Like, you gotta go to bed. Because he has to cry it out. There's no other way around it, unfortunately. And he fights that thing hard. Like, I don't even have this. Oh, that's the highlight. Yeah, I do. It just all looks so different. What the heck is that luminescent one? That seems overkill. But is it overkill? Yeah, so then we have to leave, and then he screams bloody freaking murder for 15, 20 minutes, and then rinse and repeat. It's good times. I've been using the joke, have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. A lot recently. It's a good time some of the times. Why are they making like jungle noises? definitely not in the jungle. This is like a forest. It's like straight. That's like a howler monkey. Interesting. Also just getting back into the groove of streaming as well. Some following other people's thought processes can be difficult. I can barely follow my own thought process most days. Also helps that I've figured out to use snapping while I'm building these. It's a lot more efficient. That's a cool block, though. I like the stone. It's like, that's going to be... Gotta go, my project is due for game dev class? Nice. Sounds like a good time. Enjoy. Walk. Ooh. Didn't need it. I was not hungry earlier. Snapping won't work here, though. Ooh. Oh, I was definitely meaning to place that block, but, you know, we're here now. Whoa. Okay, that looks sick. Dude, these blocks are so crazy. Okay, so we just have to move this right in the center here somehow, which I don't think will be possible, so that's fun. Luminescent block is so hard to place at times. I have no problem wasting all these blocks because I am using a, oh, what's up, potato? Welcome in. Once again. Every time I stream, man. Thank you. Forgot. It's a good reminder. I totally forgot to open my, little alerts. How is it going, Potato? And Michelle and Amba. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all having a good night. Getting into Enshrouded once again. Hey, Gigantify. Let's go. Thanks for the 30 bits. Rate of 13. And thank you. Thank you. There we go. Now I got this thing properly. Alright, so just to fill everyone in, we are doing a little build showcase area. Just trying to familiarize myself with all the different items and blocks and stuff in Enshrouded, because there's honestly too many. To even comprehend. It's crazy. Hey, Knife with the 5 gifted, man. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Dylan, City Hall, Chaos, J Datru, MJ. Let's go, everyone. Enjoy the gifted sub from Knife Dragon. Thank you, man. Thank you. Seriously. You are awesome. Hope everyone enjoys the emotes. Block is really hard to tell what I'm doing. It's really cool, though, I will say that. Very interesting block. I've seen some really cool details with this block already. I was talking with Luderav earlier, and I was like, starting a new game and like building in a new game is very interesting because like I'm so comfortable with Grounded, it's almost like second nature these days. Just building in it, and so I'm always like, people are so impressed or surprised by it. And I'm like, I think it's just time spent in the game that I feel very comfortable in it. But now I'm in Enshrouded, and I'm like, I understand why they might think that some of those builds were really crazy. Because if you haven't spent a lot of time in a build system, it is a lot more foreign. Can be a lot more difficult to get into. Especially a game like Enshrouded, the depth that this game has in terms of building. Even the combat and the skill tree, there's a lot going on in this game. It's kind of why I had postponed playing it for so long. It was almost overwhelming compared to Grounded's build style. But it just takes some effort. A little bit of time. I'm already feeling 10 times more comfortable in the build system in general, just building these little things over and over again. Gonna have to make like some video on this as well to show them off to everyone, so everyone has different, can see each one and just put like a little title like this is the block and just walk past them all really slowly. Show each one off. I wish they had a gamma setting. I haven't really found a good way to turn the lighting up how I'd like. That is one thing I've noticed. Oh, we already used the hollowed halls bricks. Let's get that out of our inventory too. Find wood. Keep a good all over the place. Trying to keep this as organized as I can. Easier said than done. Especially because I should have just could have organized this whole thing just slightly differently, and this would be even easier to do. Honestly, what I should do on this side is make like a little window display. That might be a better thing to do. It'd be a good way to display like a specific window or multiple window types. Because I don't really know how I haven't really placed any windows in this game either, since they're like specific blocks. So I have to go steal a bunch from my resource world. Which, if there's anyone contemplating playing this game, but you don't like the grind, I know there was a lot of people that didn't like the grind for materials, they just wanted to build and stuff. In Grounded, you can get a resource world, which is just an extra save file that someone's made with just tons of every item. And that's what I'm currently using, and I am very happy. I tend to be more of a survival person, but in this game, I really just wanted to build. I haven't quite fallen in love with the combat and stuff yet. I'm not saying it's bad by any means, but I haven't had a whole lot of time to play it and mess with it and stuff, so I'm really trying to get into the building more than anything at this point, and then we'll kind of see how things go from there. But I really like the ability to just build without having to, like, overcomplicate anything. Okay, where to go? This block. Make sure I didn't mess this up. Good. I do like that undo button too. It's really allows you to really quickly mess with things. A lot of cool little build features. There's a couple quality of life things that I would want here and there, just to simplify things a little bit, but overall, honestly, not bad. Wow, this is a really cool wood block too. Holy cow. That might be my favorite wood one so far. That's really nice. Like, that looks really cool on the inside. That's going to be really sick. That's what I love about this little project. Just experimenting, finding out what the heck looks cool. It's very simple, but I think it's probably going to help a lot of people as well. Didn't realize that placing and taking these blocks would give me other build pieces. Since there's a bunch of random things I haven't finished in the story and stuff, so I don't technically have all of these blocks yet, because I just brought them in from a resource world. This is a really cool block, though. Wow. Why is my brightness? Sun, come back. I need to see. Okay, so that was the conifer. Like, what the heck is this? I don't even know what this is. Put this one next to it. I like the sound of that. This one's really nice too. I do just like, alright, there we go. Give me some light. I need to just turn night off. I don't even want night. I just want it to be the middle of the day all day. Endless building. I don't want to fudge with the darkness. how the blocks sound different when you take them apart as well, I just realized. Interesting. You can know you placed the wrong block. Oh no, it does sound the same. Dang it. I thought I was onto something there. Oh, they do. Okay, so based on the material, I guess wood sounds like wood. That's really interesting. What a cool detail. Wow. We'll say, the more I play this game, the more I'm impressed. I was impressed, but I just was overwhelmed for a long time. I knew it was going to be good, but... Okay. I really like this column and the detail work in this one. I like that this one has a different color, and this is probably a way better exterior block, of course. Honestly, that's probably a better way to do these. Honestly. Because I'm already getting the railing. This is, yeah. I'm going to have to go back and make all of these window spots so I can just mess around. I think that's going to be much more beneficial here. And putting a little window in. Oh, that's 100% the route I need to be doing here. Like the fact, oh, this voxel system's so cool. So cool. Very impressed. What? Out of here. That guy. I was wondering. I don't feel like people can normally hear my music very much, but I like hearing it just for myself, so I'm not in the complete dead silence. So let me get it set up again real fast. It paused. Trying to make me do a trial now. Alright, whatever. Oy vey. Almost done. The login. Sorry about that. Just get me out of here. What the heck? Alrighty. This is exponentially overcomplicated for some reason. And my internet's running far slower than it. Yeah. There we go. I can't build in silence. No. Not my thing. I love how I have to come up with this little window idea, like, after I've done over half of them. Like, what a doofus. But man, does that look great. What a great little window. Again, can't get over how impressed I am. Alright, let's do this weird plated block. Whatever the heck that is. Also to be said, like, if I wasn't, what I should be doing is building these. God, I love how I come up with all this stuff, like, after the fact. What I should have been doing is this. Raising it one so I can see what the edge condition looks like. Bummer. I guess you get it here. So I guess it's not the end of the world. You still see what it's going to look like, I guess. In every situation. Yeah. So I guess it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it'll be fine. We shall survive. My brain. Having a brain fart. Really sounds like I'm like beating these with a baseball bat. I keep doing that. What? Didn't we talk about this? Didn't we talk about this? A wall. With a window. I don't even know what I'd call a plated block. Like, why does this sound like I'm beating, like literally just beating this with a baseball bat? Funny sound. Dang it. Man, eventually builder mode would be so nice. Just a like a handy net type option. Ugh. Also, I think they really need first person in this game. That would be very helpful for some of these more confined spaces. I think that would really, really make a big difference in how this game plays. It's so random that when you pick that up, you get a piece back. Cool. That looks right. Whoa. That looks really cool too. Again, pretty blown away by the sheer quantity of block options. Oops. It's so easy to do. Why is that so hard to tell? What's happening? Yeah, I didn't think that was right. There we go. Some of these are really weird to build with, honestly. I don't dislike having them be so different, but at the same time, There's definitely some weird conditions. Yeah, like yes, what I'm saying is weird, like how this overhangs so much. It feels like it's an extra block thicker. It's like isn't the end of the world, but it's also kind of funky to get used to. What a beautiful window, dude. Wow. Thoroughly impressed, man. I keep saying it. Dude, this block is jank. It's really good looking, but man, is it really weird to work with. What is happening here? Can't tell if that's 2 blocks or 3. Very interesting to build with. Don't necessarily dislike it. It's just a bit clunky. Yeah, like that. It's a little difficult to mess with. Maybe that's just the scale I'm working at as well, but really cool block though at the end of the day. I love that each of these gets its own like column style as well, which is like something I felt that was really missing in Grounded was some more pillars and column blocks. Like it just kind of, we just won't look at that. It was just mushroom, stem, and pebble and clay, which left some to be desired, I will say. These are really hard to tell what the heck I'm doing. Desert City Wall. Let's give that a shot. Just trying to make sure these are all lined up properly. A little funky to mess with. All right, there we go. I think I'm going to forget every time that I'm building this wall now. I definitely like this as a wall better. Way more interesting. Interesting that it floats. Random. I guess it's what, like every 3 blocks? Interesting. Well, now that I'm looking at these, they definitely could have been placed further apart. Is what it is. Not as cool of a block as I thought it was going to be. But also not... I love that there's a sandstone style, honestly. Like, maybe someone to build some crazy pyramid-looking thing. Like, ugh, it's going to be great. I'm not sure if it'll ever be me, though. I've seen that someone's building like a Mayan temple, apparently. I haven't seen it, I guess. They've mentioned that they're building. Okay. Did I do it? Yeah. I gotta move all my chests. We're getting close, though. I'm starting to dislike the build buttons, if that makes any sense, less. It's definitely feeling just the other day that things felt very overly complicated, but I'm starting to just get more comfortable with it, which feels good. And sorry for everyone, this is extremely repetitive and boring, this stream, but I also think making a video on this for people is going to be really useful. So it seems like a good use of time. At least to me it does. There's definitely going to be some really slow periods of build time in this game, just because the scale of the smallest block is so small that the details are crazy to do. That I will inevitably get totally lost in some random detail that means absolutely nothing. And we'll have a good time doing it. Okay, mixed sandstone done. Definitely did the Fuka one already, didn't I? What's this? Yeah. We're even closer to done. Surprised I haven't used that. That's going to be a cool block, I think. And so will this. I've seen a couple of this. I've seen a lot of this stuff already, but... in other people's builds, but it feels very different doing it yourself for some reason. You see it, and it's really hard to comprehend how someone built the thing they built. It's kind of crazy. I felt really weird about how that little mechanic worked right there for a little, where like it doesn't like replace the blocks, but I'm actually now really starting to like it. It's an interesting quality of life sort of thing. Definitely allows you to play a little more loose. And then what I mean by that is that you, it's so easy to undo things really quickly and just spam around when you're using a different block. in like those exact situations that I'm messing with here, that I could see how the building gets much more efficient as you get good at it. But then you get good at it and you become lost in the details. Which then makes it impossible, because then you take forever. So then you can build in 3,000 hours. I'll be able to build as fast as I did in Grounded. Wish I would have put that and the white luminescent blocks next to each other. Kind of random that I did that. Is what it is, I guess. Weird, by just removing a material you get extra stuff. That's super random. It's interesting that that is was not quite what I was expecting that block to look like. Ooh. Now I'm interested. The wall looks really cool. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But does that, like... if I place one this way, one that way, it's only because that's on the inside. Interesting. Wow. That's a sweet detail, I will say. Dude, wait, what? That looks freaking awesome. Wow. That's a really cool block. There's so many little things that I'm still going to have to figure out. It's a perfect spot for like a little torch thing. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I think this is why I just there's no other game that allows for this level of detail that I've seen thus far. It's very interesting. And like they've added materials in every update so far, which is even crazier to think. Oops. Yeah, I really like this block as well. Interesting. Hardest part's like, which block? Like, I like this one as well. That's a really nice block. Really like the conifer wood block. Oops. I got rid of something. Even these, like, the sandstone blocks are interesting. The timbered wood, conifer wood. A lot of really cool path blocks. The granite is really nice. The obsidian, I think this is standard granite. This is obsidian. It's really interesting block types. Oops. Yeah, I wish I would have put this. I wish I would have organized this stuff slightly better. Mistakes were made. Let's go put the fancy stone back. 4 left. Like granite next to polished granite, that would have been intelligent to do. It's a nice block too. Simple, but nice. A little weird there's no header. It's definitely going to be easier to build with some of these blocks versus other ones. I'm noticing very quickly. Just like the sandstone, fancy sandstone one or whatever that sits way over the edge like that. Felt really uncomfortable to build on. Oh, I didn't even finish this one. Did I finish this? I can put this one. Okay. Derp. We're so close. Wow, I skipped a lot. I got distracted with how cool this block was. Oops. Eventually I will figure out how to press these buttons correctly. I mess up Alt and Control constantly for some reason. Had things like that in Grounded as well, I noticed, but definitely press the wrong buttons the most of the time playing this game currently. I'm not even sure what I was using when I built this stuff. I have really liked this block as well. I think this is a really interesting one. There can be a couple really interesting. I've seen some really interesting little details with this deep red block. It looks really cool. Just like really small, almost like inlaying it, like inside stuff. Makes cool little columns. Seen some interesting stuff. I think once we kind of figure out the palette we're going to work with, the different types of blocks I want to build with in my first build, I think this whole thing will take off pretty quick. My levels of hype and excitement on the build front of Enshrouded are very high right now. I have a lot of ideas. It's mostly just learning how to accomplish those currently. Very interesting. There's just such a wide variety of random blocks. I think is what's crazy to me. Very interesting. Okay, 2 left. Then we're done. Well, I say that. We're not really done because there is a lot of furniture pieces I want to place down at some point, but that doesn't necessarily have to be tonight. That's kind of nice. Not the most amazing block ever, I guess, but not bad. Definitely a place for random brick and stuff in every game. I think what I like is a lot of these I can easily see being used as just little details. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the entire build that is being used this for, like, using this one material throughout the entire build. It's the ability to kind of like pick and choose little pieces based on how they'll help highlight a specific thing. Whether it's a fireplace, like with this material, to show off the brick, or specific wood details, the different columns, that, like, just using a random material just for like the column itself, like you using this random column. Some of these ones have really interesting little pieces for the verticals that you could use with other types of blocks as well. It doesn't have to just be like the entire building has to be made out of one specific material, which I think is really cool. Levels of freedom that no other build game really has to offer. There are a lot of materials in Minecraft, don't get me wrong, but it's not as sophisticated, I guess, as this build system. But yeah, this is such a cool block too. Sounds really cool placing it. Very cool to place. The glass details people have done with this one, so interesting. This game kind of feels like being a kid in a candy shop. It's how much like optionality you have. Not that I'd necessarily ever build anything specifically completely out of this material, but makes really cool stained glass window looking structures. Almost just reverse the whole thing and just use like 2 blocks wide here in between other stuff. Oh, is that it? We did it. That is every material, y'all, that I have found. I don't think there's anything we've missed. I think that is everything. There's a possibility, but I mean, dude, this is ridiculous. How many blocks there are. Like, I think I was talking earlier to Luderav, who's a big part of the channel. Just can't even think of what I'm saying now. Lost. Doing too much. There's just so much optionality. It's crazy. But yeah, like watching the different types of builds that you can do in Enshrouded compared to any other game is like, grounded builds tend to feel semi-similar because the lack of material options. The building itself is really simple and intuitive and really fun, but it lacks the depth in materials that this game has. That allows you to do, like, watching Chisel Chip, if you've never heard of him. Been watching his streams quite a bit. He's a great builder. He's taken a moss block. I think one of these is. Why is that not picking up? Rude. I can't go back. Ugh. So like using a moss block. Actually, I think that's it. This is it. On the roof of a barn, and it gives this really crazy organic feel to the whole build. And then you can like put it up against this like blood red dungeon block, and then these like really hard stone and sandstone blocks and granite and obsidian. The difference between some of these blocks is what I think is so crazy. And so you could watch his build, and he has some treehouse stuff, and you can build a grass roof out of the moss now. And so it's so interesting to see the different styles of builds that I've seen so far. Whereas like so many other building games, stuff tends to look very similar overall. There's not this huge array of and huge variety of build materials that allows you to build something as cozy as a like wooden barn with a grass or moss roof in this case. And then build this ridiculous, like, massive stone cathedral, and then these, like, sandstone, like, oasis builds, and, like, Taj Mahal style sort of things. Like, the options are, like, feel truly endless. And they have so much to still add to this, which I think is what's even more impressive. Overall, I mean, we're still in early access. We're still have so far to go. Like, I think there's maybe the end of this, not end of 2024, but end of 2025 is when they were potentially announcing going into like 1.0, and then it's going to go on console. Like, there's just so far this game has to go still, which I think is what makes it so interesting. There's so many options. Its tapestries on the wall look so good. There's just so much. So I wanted to come. So this is a resource world for anyone wondering what I just popped into. You can download these, add them to your saves. A little convoluted and complicated, but if you watch my last Enshrouded stream, the first 10 or 15 minutes, I'd say, was spent specifically on helping someone get all that downloaded. So if you're curious, feel free to go to my last stream, and I show some stuff off on specifically how all of that is added. Fairly simple overall. You can also go to Delinsey. They are a content creator that built the world, essentially, built this entire thing with his community. So it's very, very interesting, cool thing to have. You just have access to all the items in the game here. So you don't have to build everything and craft it and sit through it. You can just come pick out what you want, and then once you have run out of the items in the world, you just really easily plop it over the... You just paste over the different... Wow, those are really cool. Sorry, I'm nerding out a little here. You just paste over the files that you had added that he shows you specifically how to do. and you're set. And then you can just endlessly copy and paste and copy and paste and copy and paste. Whoa. Okay, this is way too much stuff. Take it easy. Just want a couple things. Yeah, I really like those. Don't really care for those. And we can take a couple of those to see what they look like. These lights look nice. Yeah. And even torches. Oh, man. There's so many options. Jeez. This is actually insane. Wow. Pretty incredible, honestly. And they just keep, like, they added all of this stuff in the last update. Fireplaces. Like that. Look at how good these look. So nice. Like, what? So nice. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again because I'm just so impressed. This is the secret door. I was like, how is that block placed like that? Wow. And secret floor passages? I did not know they had that. Dude, what? I obviously still have some research to do to figure out everything in this frickin' game. So much. I mean, they show it all off here, but at the same time. Gates. Oh, the trampolines. Those will be really nice. The fences. I've seen people make some really cool stuff out of these fences as well. Startled me for a second, just one random person walking around. Aren't you guys supposed to be in here? Yeah, I love that they added some of this stuff. This is great. Really, really good detail work stuff. Barrels are really cool. So cool. Yeah, so all you have to do is when you get into the resource world, and happy to post it, the Lindsay's page for anyone that's curious, is he has a specific video on the layout of this place as well as the how to download and get it added to your world. And that combined with me going over some of the troubleshooting problems in the last stream, it's really easy to get downloaded once you do just a handful of things that I talked about in that one. And super easy to reload over. Like, I pulled out every single item in terms of the blocks. So I ran out of all of them, and you just paste the file back over in your saved games file, and super simple to reload the world, essentially. And then he's been really on top of every update, getting the resource world upgraded with the new items every time. So you have access to everything at all times, which is really cool. Now I'm like, what block was this? Mycelium? Might be mycelium. I think I've got it over here. Maybe? Yeah, cool, our inventory's full. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, we're the best. It's what I'm here for, y'all. Okay, I don't think I need the secret doors. Probably should make a chest. I just wanted the windows, really. I don't know why I grabbed everything. Some really interesting options for all this stuff. Very, very interesting. This is where I don't have a ton of experience as well, so these are good things to get in and mess with. I think you have to place these like this, yeah. But I love already that like that immediately just clips through. So like you can really be extra creative with some of these window patterns and stuff. Very. A little annoying, I guess, having to place them the way you do, but at the same time, not the end of the world. So how big's a large window? Just too wide? What? Are you serious? The flexibility, what? That's really interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I'm guessing you can do that in the wall as well. Yeah. Create some insane detailing. To get me really hyped. Excuse you? How dare you? Yeah. Sorry, goat, but had to get this guy out of here. Can't have none of that. I do like that your bases don't get attacked or destroyed, like there's no durability. That's a great feature as well. Why did that dude walk all the way over here? What a turd. Alright, well I am feeling very good about that area, so I think we should go over here. Maybe try to do a little bit of a mission or something now. Because I have a lot of story to get through as well. Put all these blocks. Ugh. Guess they're all over there, never mind. I haven't placed the roof blocks though, that's another. It's gonna be an important one. Be an interesting process getting comfortable with how these are all placed separately. I'm understanding why they do it. I think now that I've messed with it a little bit, because the fact that they're separate means that funky little thing I did with the grid is allowed because they're on essentially different build systems, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, come on. Go to the right one. Okay, one of these chests. Potwood. One of these chests has this brick. Somewhere. One of them does. I know it to be true. Did I place this? I have to have. Oh, I think I know which one that is. Dude, what? What are you doing up here, bro? That was the creepiest thing I've ever seen. Like, what? Dude's just straight chilling up there. Aha! We did it. It took way too long. I was wondering, I placed all the villagers, and I'm like, I have no clue where they've wandered off to. Yeah, a handful of them sleeping on the ground. Because I can't be bothered to make them beds. Got one dude standing on a cliff. Like, what is happening? These guys are silly. And I have all of them, so there's like half of them are missing too. Unless they're all hiding in this cave. They're not. Okay, how's our backpack looking? The question is, dude, like, I have to get all the way out here? I don't even know how to get there. I have so much to do on this map still, is what's kind of crazy to me. We have shroud roots, or the elixir wells, that's what. Which I'd like to complete some of. Those are really quick and easy. Quick, easy, lots of benefits. Can I get to that one? I assume so. Or is that all red? Might not be able to get to it. I think it's all red. I may need... Oh no. This one's fine, I think. We Gucci. I don't know how I feel about the turbulence that they added. Not sure yet. It makes sense, but it also feels weird. Straight into the hole. Isn't there supposed to be a hole here? Have the grappling hook ability, but I don't know how to use it. I thought it would just be E, but... Stop it. Go away. Stop being so annoying. Still do. Okay. That's a block. I haven't placed this yet, I don't think. Oh, I don't think you can, huh? Okay. How do we get down to the elixir well? Am I gonna have to, like, dig to it? Is that what's happening here? This base is creepy. There are times I wish blocking was more responsive. Maybe responsive isn't necessarily the word. I like how specific grounded feels, I think is what I'm missing a bit here. That perfect block in grounded feels very satisfying. Whereas I don't quite get that feeling in Enshrouded, because there's not necessarily like a perfect block. This is all great, but where's the elixir route? have to. I must have to dig down. That's the only way. Oh, please don't. The only thing that makes sense. It's always down these things, is it not? Oh, yep, that was it. That was dangerous. That was dumb. There's no way I'm alive right now. Nothing about that should have worked. I don't like these flying things. You guys are mean. Okay, I definitely need to find that elixir route ASAP. There we go. Nobody likes you. Leave me alone. Okay, so down's the way. We're gonna be dangerously close to running out of shroud time. We're probably gonna have to stop fighting these things. He says as he keeps fighting these things. It's healing though. Fight too greedy in this game. There we go. What? Oh, that's a bird. For some reason I thought that was something totally different. It has to be down, right? Gotta be. Well, I'm either a genius or a complete idiot. I'm thinking complete idiot. Oh, that worked. I don't even like you, okay? Just leave me alone. Okay, so it's gonna be more mining, I'm assuming here. Lovely. This is not ideal. I love the no stamina. Really good stuff there. But you go away. And then... And then I get out of here. Because now I'm gonna die. Dude, where is the shroud route? What am I missing? Can't be that hard to find. I hope I can't see anything. Mommy. Okay, well now I'm just in a hole. Good stuff. Yeah, real good stuff here. The shroud has consumed you. That's great and all. But like, where is the shroud? Well, Is what I want to know. Or elixir well. I can't even say it right. I don't understand. I'm lost. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, I definitely healed. Thank you. No, thank you. Okay, cool. Yep, good stuff. And all my stamina's gone. Cool. Dude, where is the frickin' route? So confused. Worst part is now I'm like so down here that it's gonna be such a pain to get to a spot where I can TP in enough time to fast travel. Lovely. So this is gonna be really fun. I don't think any of these directions are gonna be the right way. Just need a tall area. Just need a tall area. Want to turn infinite stamina on. Wonder if that's a thing. I physically cannot stand how slow your stamina respawns in this game. It is about one of the only things that I really dislike so far. And I know you're supposed to use food and all that to buff your stamina and all that junk, but I don't like it. Not a fan. It feels poo-poo. I don't know what I see over there in the distance, but I want to see. What is over there? Something. I think those are just mushrooms. What's up there too? A giant circle. I don't know. I want to see that from above. There's definitely some really cool spots I want to build. I think that's what I was seeing. Yeah. I haven't been over here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I've been here. Oh, yeah, that goes down underneath. Yeah. Better I have 4 bars that come back in about 2 seconds. I haven't done a whole lot of leveling since the new update, so that's part of that issue. That will definitely help. Help the pain and suffering I feel at times. So welcome in, Ian. Hope you're having a good night. Really I got this shroud root. Or elixir. I don't know why I keep calling them shroud roots. The elixir wells. Eventually I won't be such a noob at this game, but really at the end of the day I'm just solely focused on wanting to build. So anything that's a quest line that allows me to build is fine, but the rest of them are not as interesting to me right now. That must be under. Yeah. So much like verticality in this world, which is also a really cool feature. How did I not get this one? I swear I've been to that place. Food, drinks, and rings. Yeah. I have decent rings. But I got greedy with them, so I probably need to look at some other options. Here? Aha. We going in. Deep dive. Oh. I thought I was going to die there. Well, hello there, floating block. See, now that's the elixir well I'm used to. You come over here, you fly straight to the bottom, you kill a couple things. Kill all this junk, don't even really need to. Gotcha. Mommy. Oh, those guys don't really do anything. There we go. Oh, I struggled finding that other one so bad. It's life, I guess. Focus on stamina regen. Thanks, early too. I had the same opinion. Yeah. It's just one of those things that feels bad. Yeah, take that. Okay, can I hit her? Ouch. Fine. Yeah, I like leech life a lot because I'm such a... There's a reason we have a we build not battle emote. So I'm not necessarily the person that's like Elden Ring levels of desire and combat for any game. So I tend to just bulldoze my way through with lifesteal and stuff. Which works fairly well. Can't complain too much about the results. Still a bit of a pain to kill those kind of things, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Heck. Oh. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the... Oh. Fall to my death. Glad I'm not the only one, though. It's always a good sign. Great thing is some of those things might get changed over time as well. I honestly forgot that these give you a skill point. I need those. Send it. Oh. It's like I'm cold. Nobody knows why. I got the cold gear on. I guess even with the best clothes on, you're always a little cold. I need to clutch up and fly directly in and somehow fly directly in and land directly. I keep saying directly. and land right on top of the root. That would be cool. Hey. How do I get up? Aki. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of explosives. Okay, cool. Well, this isn't going to end well for any of us if you guys keep screwing around like that. Hello? Why am I so bad at... There it is. Right as I say it. I'm so bad at finding the elixir roots, I finally find it. Oh, there's a big dude. Yeah. I definitely blocked one of those. I don't know. Nerd. Nerd. Hey, I'm sorry. Ha, nerd. I do feel like wands are like both garbage and broken. You can pretty much kite anything like this. Oh, I did that too soon. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Hey, a ring. An exceptional ring of stamina. Look at that. I'm honestly kind of down for that. Seems like a good trade-off. Think you you manifested it for me there, Ian. Show me the way. Normally like a chest. Do I really care? Probably not. It's gonna be a great addition, honestly. Oh, please. Honestly, why not just teleport out? Am I gonna even be able to get to that one? I don't think so. Oh, jeez, I hear someone. Ah. Mom, help me. Okay. Definitely the regen is going to be the massive thing. I was fast traveling, and then that guy attacked me. I heard his footsteps, and I didn't feel like dying while standing there trying to figure out where I was going to go, because I don't know where I want to go yet. There's so much. Why can we not scroll out further on the map? Does anyone understand that? This is one of the most annoying things. This one, maybe? Welcome in, blah, by the way. Hope you're having a good night. Let's get one more shroud well. I keep doing that. Elixir wells. Why am I stuck? What's happening? Glitching. Give me my stamina back.
still don't know how I feel about this turbulence. Just kind of makes me dizzy. Not like the worst thing, but it just feels... It makes me want to have motion sickness. Yeah, it seems like a really nice little addition to have, you know, like... Just makes sense to allow us to zoom out further. I think it's really hard to get like the lay of the land of this because the size of the map is so small. They're all very little, tiny, nitpicky things, but all things that would be nice to have addressed at some point. I hate fighting those guys. So I jump right in. When you're just good. Except I don't need any of this. Where'd it go? Oh, I didn't even pick it up, duh. Good. I didn't want it. I don't need it. Look, a little house. Oh, well, that's sad. Let him rest. Sure. I need to try some magic builds at some point too. That is another thing I haven't even touched, is the mage builds. I just enjoyed jumping around like an idiot with this build so far, so that part's been really fun. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, really? Oh my goodness. I didn't have enough stamina. Genius. Absolute genius. I'm telling you, man, stamina in this game. It's rough. It's a rough life. I don't have the patience for this. Okay, that wasn't even that far, was it? I feel like that wasn't that far. What the heck, dude? Like, I've fallen way farther than that. Dude, am I gonna do this again? Genius. Okay, I'm a failure. Absolute failure. You wanna know why? Because I never have stamina. I don't have stamp food with me, or else I would. I just have this. And it's more so I'm not paying attention to the fact that I'm running out of it so fast. Or it's something like that keeps happening. Okay, that was just unfortunate. Bonking my head. Yeah, like, why do I have to spawn? Pet peeve. Never should I spawn with half stamina. That's ridiculous. That's why I'm not doing it. I might turn fall damage off. I absolutely hate fall damage in every game. Because it feels arbitrary always to, like, what the height is. Like, that was the same height that I just fell from a minute ago. And I have no shroud timer because I kept dying too. It's lovely. Die. Used around, then I started just carrying stem food, yeah. Hard part is I haven't messed with enough. It seems like I'm far in the game, but a lot of what I've done is using a resource world to build. So I haven't experimented with the food or, like, there's not a whole lot of random content on, like, the best food and the best this or that in the game. So there's a lot to still figure out that I kind of just have to stumble through or have people tell me, of course. And, I didn't really feel like stamina would be that big of an issue, but, it is. This one. As I play more, we'll get better and better, and I'll figure out what I like to keep with me at all times, but right now I just have random stuff that I'm testing. And testing out poorly. Yo, what's up? I have a lot of quests I'm gonna need to do at some point. Might be a day where I want that ring. But I don't know. We'll need to create a better organization system here. I had everything decently organized and then didn't when I moved everything over.
Hello.
Well, not too didn't get very far gameplay wise tonight, but we did get this entire thing done, which feels very good. It's really nice having like a good visual. I still have to do some stuff. I have to add all the windows on the ones I didn't. So I'll do that off stream since that's repetitive and boring. But this will be a great little showcase to be like, test random things, figure out which blocks I want to use in certain situations. So there's some really, really cool blocks in this game. It'll be really fun to mess with. See how they all work together. Just between the terrain alone. Blocks that there is are crazy. So many options. Be fun. So I think I'm gonna call it here tonight. My wife wants to watch the new episode of Yellowstone. But I appreciate everyone hanging out. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you follow me on Twitch or YouTube. I stream on both every night. I'm live Monday through Fridays. Usually between 7 and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It just depends on when my son goes to sleep. But usually close to 8 is when it feels like I start the vast majority of the time. And sometimes I end a little later than this, but the wife wins every time. But make sure you follow the channels. Like the video as well. It helps a lot. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow. We're probably going to get into some of the actual builds. This was nice to get done. Now that I have a visualization of all the blocks, I think I'm going to actually start building my base, which is what we were just in. I'm going to be building over here on top of the Mistberry Catacombs. Be building a giant city and floating castle thing. Got some really interesting ideas that I want to get started on. And now that I'm getting more comfortable with the build system, I think we'll be able to get started building a crafting area in this hillside and doing a lot of fun stuff. I think it's going to turn out to be a really, really fun build, but it'll just take time to get there as we learn the systems. But again, I appreciate everyone hanging out, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.